Good morning, Assalamu alaikum. I just finished my 3 mile run, but I thought I'd make a quick video before I go in because I was thinking about you guys and thinking about some of the survey responses that I got when I asked people what their biggest challenge was. And one of the issues is people were having a hard time being motivated, staying motivated, and making exercise a habit. So I noticed for myself this morning, because this is just what I do, but it wasn't always like that. And there's times when I get off of my rocket and I have to get back on it and make it a habit. And this morning when I woke up, I just automatically started getting dressed, and I was to the point where I was kind of looking for my house keys, and I realized that it was just an automatic. I didn't, intentionally decide to get up or I should say effortlessly decide to get up and go running. It was like, okay, I'm up, time to go running. It's a Saturday, right? It became a habit. So it's now sort of like brushing your teeth. And so that is one of the things that I wanted to give you some tips on how to make it a habit where it's not a chore, where you don't have to think about it or it be a long process. And the first thing is you want to, let me stop rocking first. I'm still kind of like in movement mode, so I'm like rocking back and forth. Yes, Ellie, I look very bright today. So when you want to create a habit, the first thing that you have to do, of course, is make intentions to make it a habit and really sit down and think about what does it take in order for it to be a habit. So first thing is you have to remove as many obstacles as you can. So let's take the example of brushing your teeth. Now, brushing teeth for most people is a habit. You get up, your daily routine maybe go to the bathroom or take a shower and brush your teeth. And while you're brushing your teeth, you're thinking about what you have to do today. You're not thinking the toothbrush goes to the right, the toothbrush goes to the left, you're not doing all of that. What you're doing is you're just doing what just comes natural, right? And when it comes to brushing your teeth, you don't put the toothbrush in your bottom drawer underneath your clothes, right? The toothbrush is in the bathroom where it is easy to get, where it's near the sink, where there's no obstacles to getting to your toothbrush and your toothpaste. Well, exercise has to be the same way. So the first thing that you want to do is, what's the most important thing when you exercise, particularly when you exercise outdoors, is where's your clothes? Where is your exercise clothes? Do you have to get up and go find them and you don't know where this is and where that is, right? You want to take everything out the night before. Take it out, lay it out, literally, like your shoes, your scarf. For Muslim women, when it comes to exercise, we have to make sure we can find our hijab. That's a big issue for me, right? Is knowing exactly where my hijabs are, because the type of hijab you wear is really important, right? You don't want to wear something that you have to adjust while you're running if you're going outdoors. You don't want to wear something that's too hot. I'm sure if you do exercise, you probably have a specific hijab that you want to wear, right? Or that you wear every time you work out. Well, you need to make sure you know where that is. You shouldn't have to look for those things, right? Everything is laid out the night before. Think about your day. So you're preparing your habit the day before until it becomes a habit. So you're going to take everything out the night before. When it comes to what time of day to exercise, now there's a caveat for this. Remember, when we're talking about making exercise a habit, you want to remove as many obstacles as you can. So statistically, people who exercise in the morning are more likely to be consistent. Why is that? Because when your exercise routine is in the evening, there's too many chances for things to go wrong during the day or you to pick up extra responsibility that interrupts that exercise time. So, kid might get sick, your boss might require you to stay overtime. You may have a lot of things that's going to make that inconsistent. So we need to do two things. We need to make sure that we're exercising at a time of day that can be the most consistent for us. If your schedule is super busy and you're like, there's no way I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to exercise, then you need to sacrifice your lunch break. You need to do something at least for 30 minutes, right? So half your lunch break you may take, or if you have lots of meetings during the day, if you have a meeting with somebody who you know exercises on their free time, say, hey, can we have a walking meeting? And you can walk around the block and you can talk, right? If it's not a meeting that you need to take notes at. There's lots of ways for you to incorporate in your day, but planning is super important. You have to plan until it becomes second nature. You have to make intentions for this to become a habit for you. It's really important that exercise not be a chore, because if it's a chore, then you're more likely not to stick to it. And it's about doing it at least 3 to 5 days a week. You know that the saying, it's so funny because we hear this all the time, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And it wasn't until recently that I actually reflected on that, right? Some people take it as meaning we have to eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Some people take it as meaning adopt a healthy eating habit. What I take it as is consistency is the key. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Exercise each day keeps the doctor away. Any healthy habit that you adopt, you have to get used to doing it every single day. Eating 7 apples on Sunday and then don't eat any fruits and vegetables throughout the week, that is not the healthiest way for you to have a healthy eating habit, right? It says an apple every single day. So you have to think about other habits the same way. It really is about being consistent. It's about you making sure that you do it every day. Little bit goes a long way. You don't have to exercise for 2 or 3 straight hours each day. Start off with 20 minutes. Make it to 30 minutes. You start off a little bit at a time. You don't have to always be extra, right? Don't be extra. If you're struggling, don't be extra. If you can't run, start off with walking. If you can't walk, then start off like, I'm going to sit in a chair and move my legs for 20 minutes every day. As long as you start off with something, be consistent with it. So that is my spill for today. I think this is video maybe 13 of 30, so I'm getting there. I said I was going to give you 30 lives, and I'm going to do it, inshallah. So I am going to go inside and have me something to eat and take off my rainbow. Yes, I have on very bright colors today, and I have on pink gloves because I didn't realize how bright I was until after I started running. I was like, oh wow, what a treat for people that's going to see this Muslim lady running down the street with all of her bright clothes on. And my pants is the same color as my scarf. So all right, talk to you guys later. Assalamu alaikum.